Are you struggling to access your Git repository without that pesky port number in the URL? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to set up SSH port forwarding using Apache Reverse Proxy. And trust me, you won't want to miss this. I totally get it. Having to type in a port number every time you want to access your repository can be a real hassle. It's one of those little annoyances that can really add up, especially when you're in the zone and just want to get to work. Here's the situation we're tackling today. One user set up a proxy server between the internet and their backend servers. They mentioned that while HTTP requests are managed well, they want to access their Git server using SSH without the port number in the URL. Sound familiar? Let's explore how to make this happen. So what's the challenge here? The user has configured their Apache proxy with directives like proxy requests and allow connect, but they're unsure if this is enough to handle SSH traffic like they do with HTTP. Let's break down what needs to be done. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a crucial tip that will help you streamline your SSH access even further. To begin configuring SSH port forwarding with Apache, the user should first ensure that the necessary modules are enabled. This includes the proxy and proxy HTTP modules. They can enable these modules using the command line. Next, the user needs to configure the Apache virtual host to handle the SSH connections. This involves adding a new virtual host entry specifically for the SSH port. After setting up the virtual host, the user should ensure that the allow connect directive is properly configured to allow connections on port 7999. This is crucial for SSH traffic. Finally, the user should restart the Apache server to apply the changes. This can be done using the appropriate command for their system. Once Apache has restarted, the user can test the SSH connection. They should try accessing the repository using the new SSH URL without the port number. Fun fact, did you know that SSH stands for Secure Shell? It's like a secret tunnel for your data, keeping it safe from prying eyes. Pretty cool, right? Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user suggests that Apache's proxy pass and proxy pass reverse directives are designed for HTTP traffic, not SSH. They question whether Apache can handle SSH traffic at all. For a Linux server, they recommend using IP tables to set up NAT rules. This involves creating a pre-routing rule to forward traffic from one port to another and a post-routing rule to ensure responses return correctly. However, they admit they have no knowledge of how to achieve this on a Windows server. Here's that crucial tip I promised. Always back up your Apache configuration before making changes. This way, if something goes wrong, you can easily revert back to the previous setup. And there you have it. You should now be able to access your Git repository without that annoying port number. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on managing your server configurations.